Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Master Phil in your corner with your host, Master Phil.
Hey, how's everyone doing today? So, Doug,
Yes.
thank you for the introduction. This is Master Phil here, Master Phil in your corner with my faithful partner in crime, Dougie Fresh Freeman at the Undefeated Media Studios.
Thank you.
And we have a special guest here. We got Miss Lulu here today with us. She's lying on the floor. You might hear her chiming in later on, but hopefully she'll be quiet. She had her walk, did her business, and she's got some water. And of course, we have the incomparable B-roll in the house with us, working camera, sound, and other things of that nature. And we have a new part of the crew. We have Miss Alana here, and Alana was is a graduate, right?
Yeah.
Of Rowan University. And, it's funny, we started talking about Rowan, and, it used to be Glassboro State back in the day. And Hank Rowan, if you don't know who he is, which you may not, other than knowing by the name of the school, was an incredible engineer.
Mm-hmm.
He is the one who actually developed a thing called induction heating, and it's how to get metal very, very hot, like whipping hot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And, he had a couple different companies. He had Lapel Corp out in Maspeth, Long Island. And he also had Athena Controls out of West Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. And at one point, it was in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. How do I know this? Why does Master Phil know so much about Hank Rowan?
Yeah, why do you know this?
I used to sell his stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I used to sell his stuff, and I knew Hank. I had dinner with him many occasions. But the thing is, I know he gave $100 million to Rowan to get the name. His goal was to have for New Jersey to have a really good engineering school, and he donated this money to Rowan, and just it boosted the school quite a bit. But I was just wondering. I was thinking about it when it happened. Like, he gave him $100 million. Now, I'm thinking if he gave him 99, they probably still would have named the school after him.
Probably.
And he could have thrown $1 million my way.
Yeah.
And I think everyone would have been happy. No worse for the wear.
Absolutely.
Right? Hey, listen, if I had $100 in my pocket, I'd have certainly given him a buck. I wouldn't have had a problem with that.
Right? Yeah.
So,
it's like when they're judging, you always want to, you give them like a 9.5 or like an 8. So there's room for improvement, or they want more.
Exactly.
So they gave him like a 90 million.
90, you throw the other mid toward me, I'd be okay with it. But the guy was an incredible guy, and his book is called "The Fire Within" by Hank Rowan. You should definitely read it. It tells about his life story and how he went through the developments and so forth. So, but we're not here to talk about Hank Rowan or induction heating. We're here today to discuss how our government has failed us during this coronavirus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will give some props, though, because the way that the government did respond as far as the warp speed, orchestrated by President Trump, when he came in and he got the vaccines out in record time. So you know what? You got to give them props there. Okay. But then I always follow a thing called the money trail. Okay. And you see, who's involved. Of course, obviously Big Pharma's involved in this, and they're getting a lot of government funds. Hey, listen, okay. We came up with this vaccine. Great. It was done. But let's look at what are some of the other aspects here. I don't want to go into a whole conspiracy theorist thing, but it really is no. Well, actually, it's a conspiracy theory because it's true.
Yeah, it's not a conspiracy, but it's true.
Exactly. So you look at and we can attest. I said this from the beginning. In March, when I found out a little bit of data on this, that this coronavirus SARS-2, right? 97.1% the same genetic code as SARS-1. Okay, so you're going to tell me that it was from a bat and that bit of pangolin, and they somehow put them in soup together? All right. Look, I will abide. I will stand by this theory, which I have promoted since March of 2020. COVID. Is that the experiments were being done on SARS in the Wuhan lab, and it escaped. Okay. And you know what? The Chinese government wanted to save face, so they buried it. I don't understand why that's so far fetched. I don't understand why Facebook and on YouTube and all these other outlets, Twitter and so forth, were not letting this information go through. I mean, how is that not a viable explanation or a viable theory on how this virus was developed? Because if we had known that, we would have had a cure earlier, and definitely would have been able to apply remedies a lot sooner, instead of chasing around this bat pangolin theory for all these months. If we had just said, "Hey, look, okay, all right, we screwed up. The virus escaped from the lab, and it's infecting people." Okay, so I think that would have been a lot better situation. And so, yeah, there definitely was some type of cover up there. You don't know the depth of it, but look at now. I mean, more and more information is coming out that is pointing to the direction that say, "Hey, you know what? It was developed in a lab." I mean, it does kind of make perfect sense, But we'll see what happens.
Can we get into the emails?
Well, the Fauci emails.
Are we going there? Are we going to go? Are we going to hit that?
You know what? There's plenty of information out on that. People can dig that up. Look at the ridiculous things that are said back and forth. I don't have the emails. But you know what I want to do? Instead of sitting there and like most people do, just like yell and blame and this, that, and the other thing, I want to give people information that they can benefit themselves. Because my whole purpose is to help people live better longer. That's it. Help people live better longer through my exercise routines, through my nutrition advice, through my vitamin supplement advice and so forth, through lifestyle information I can put out to people. And you know what? We could sit here and go down these rat holes and talk about, this email, this one. First of all, we know there's just follow the money trail. There's people that do it much better than me. And I don't want to go there. But I will say that there is definite merit to these assertions, let us say.
True conspiracies.
There you go. That's a good one. I like that. True conspiracies. So let's just look at something right now. We all know, and this is right on the CDC website, that 94% of the people who have passed with COVID, I'm not going to say with COVID, important preposition.
Yes.
94% of them had an average of 2.6 comorbidities. Okay. Doesn't that tell you something? And what is it? More than half the people were well over the age of 65. It's 80% of the people. It's crazy numbers. I actually have them listed here, because they have changed.
And true conspiracy, does the hospital get a bonus if they pass from COVID?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just checking.
So if they're treating someone for COVID, someone passes away from COVID. That's how you had people who were in motorcycle accidents, and they had COVID on the death certificate because they happened to be infected at the time.
True conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean this stuff is all bona fide, verified facts.
Yeah.
So we're not speaking to anything that's outlandish.
Sure.
But let's talk about some of these underlying conditions. Okay, so I have a stat here from the New York City Health Department from May 13th, 2020. It's a chart. It's right there. Do you know how many people died without underlying conditions? What percentage?
0.
0.7%.
So like half a person.
Yeah. Like, so 0.7% of the 15,000. So 99 people out of over 15,000 that died of COVID had no underlying conditions. I mean, guys, let's take a step back and look at this. Let's apply some intellect. Let's apply knowledge of data to this. Okay. And if you look at the underlying conditions that we're having here, okay, all cases 80, 80 plus 14%, 14.8% were 80 plus in all confirmed cases. With no comorbidities. Okay. So if you're looking at it and when you're looking at this information, you see the comorbidities. What are they related to? What do we have? High blood pressure. We have diabetes. We have asthma. We have COPD. Other heart disease, right? Cardiovascular heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these are related directly to obesity. Now, one of the first episodes I ever did, I think it might have been my first,
Mm-hmm.
was on the obesity epidemic we have in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So look at these stats. And then you wonder why our country was hit so hard by this. You look at the statistics. We have 42% to 43% of the people are obese. That's obese. We have over 70% of the people are overweight. Guys, isn't that telling you something? Are you living healthy? Okay. I mean, diabetes. One of the things, and I did a presentation, a speech back in 2019, and I addressed this fact. Did you know that sedentary lifestyle has surpassed smoking as the number one preventable cause of death in this country? And what does our government do when we have this pandemic? They tell you to stay home, lock down. All the liquor stores and fast food places are open, and they want you to watch Netflix. They don't want you to get outside. They closed parks, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And now you see the transmission rate is like 0.1% if you're outside. Why? Because the virus gets killed instantaneously by ultraviolet light.
Mm-hmm.
And they're locking people down. Okay, that is the worst thing you can do. Vitamin D. Everyone, 99.9% of the people who died from COVID had a lack of vitamin D. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Vitamin D, you have a source right as soon as you walk outside. Okay. So you should be taking vitamin D. And this is just normal health, guys. It's not just coronavirus. This is for your health. Vitamin D is like this miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's fantastic. I jack up on vitamin D. I've been doing it for years. Okay. Yeah. Vitamin D. Vitamin C, the powdered vitamin C works best. I'll tell you, the vitamin D I take is sublingual.
What?
That means you put it under your tongue.
All right.
Okay. So I use a dropper, squirt it underneath my tongue, hold it there for 10 seconds, swallow. Boom. Okay. I take a liquid mineral, okay, where I get my zinc, my galenium, my selenium. All that stuff is great. When you're not feeling so good, pop some echinacea. Echinacea, though, you don't want to take it for more than 6 to 8 weeks at a clip. Okay, then you
Can you explain
it's an
for the people who don't know what echinacea is?
It's an herb. It's an herb. It's an herb
For everyone else besides me who doesn't know.
It's an herb in pill form that boosts your immune system. Another great one is turmeric. Turmeric reduces inflammation. Most of your issues that you get are caused by inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, you want to have proper exercise. You want to take your vitamin D, your vitamin C, get your minerals. And I like the liquid minerals. Seems the cells seem to absorb those a lot better. So a lot more readily. So I use a liquid mineral. Gut health.
And all the ones you mentioned are all liquid minerals that you mentioned.
No, you could.
Like which one should like because like
It's a-
obviously
it's a-
we
it's
can
a-
look up like turmeric. I doubt there's a turmeric liquid mineral.
No,
right?
no, that's a pill.
Yeah.
No, but the
But what are the
liquid
liquid
minerals.
ones that we should
Yeah,
get?
well, liquid minerals. I mean, choose the one you want. I'm not going
But
to
like vitamin D.
Vitamin
No,
D
no,
can
not
be
the
liquid.
brand. Like of the
Oh.
powder
Yeah.
pills and liquid
Yeah.
minerals, which are the ones that we can get
Okay.
in liquid form? Vitamin D.
Vitamin D and a liquid mineral you can get in liquid form.
Mhm.
Everything else, the vitamin C powder is better. And
Okay.
you stir up. You want to do something nice for yourself,
Yeah.
especially if you're not feeling so great. Take vitamin C powder,
Mm-hmm.
put it in the microwave, and then you have a steamy, hot, vitamin infused drink.
Nice.
Okay. I brought this up before too. That I was talking about like my grandfather. He said that plastics and sodas are the worst things, and we
Yeah.
talked about it before.
Yeah, we talked about
phthalates.
last episode.
last time.
Instant death.
Yeah, but if you look at, hey, you know what? Drink water. Throw your vitamin C in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Instead of getting those like squirt flavored things, why don't you just put some vitamin D in there or
Why-
vitamin C, orange flavored? There you go.
You want me to tell you something else? A nice
Yeah.
little tip: get a bunch of lemons.
Yep.
Okay, scrub them up.
Yeah.
Make them into slices. Throw them in your freezer. Every time you want a little drink, throw it in your water.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, what's that? Oh, there's vitamin C in there, right? The thing that you do have to be careful with vitamin D and
Mhm.
some other ones is that you can get too much.
So vitamin A, I know, is definitely
Yeah,
one
vitamin
of
A
those.
is one of those so you can get toxicity. So you want to be careful of that and apportion it to your weight.
Okay.
But vitamin C, if you drink too much of it, just pee it right out.
So vitamin D, if I take the liquid thing under my tongue and then stay out on the beach all day, is that going to be? Am I getting
Okay.
too much?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, in the summer,
Yeah.
I
You
take
won't
one. I take one drop. I take one serving.
Mm-hmm.
In the winter, I do two.
Okay.
Okay.
On the bottle is suggested is two
Yes, yeah.
squirts.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Another thing you want to be concerned with is your gut health. Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about gut health. Well, probiotics are
Mhm.
are key. Your gut determines how healthy you are.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you want to say, that your gut, your bowels. So if you're not eating properly, you're going to know that. Okay. So why am I talking about all this stuff?
Wait, before you go on
Yeah.
with gut health, yogurt and kombucha. Do you agree with those things?
I like Greek yogurt. I don't have experience with the kombucha, so I
It's
can't.
supposed to have a bunch of probiotics.
Yeah. Yeah, we can check it out.
Right.
You want to see what the levels are.
But probiotics are good, right? For your gut?
Probiotics are great for digestion. I take a refrigerated live culture, about 300 billion, whatever it is.
Mhm.
They're made for for men, women, men over 40, women over 50,
Mhm.
whatever it is. So you want to take those. The gut health is critical. You have to eat your green leafy vegetables too. And you get tired in the afternoon, you need a little pick me up. People drop some coffee or a Red Bull. You're better off eating a green apple.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Pop that green apple. And listen, I have my coffee in the morning, but that's it. I don't have it any other time of the day.
Mhm.
Unless maybe I'm out to dinner, I have a little espresso at the end of dinner, but that's just, whatever. So you want to make certain of your gut health as well. And now the other thing is, smoking. Why are you smoking?
Well, back in the day, it's because it was cool.
Yeah, I'm saying, and vaping.
Yeah.
I'd really be curious because I haven't seen any statistics on this, but I'd like to see how many of those young people who died from COVID were vapors.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that because as we did in our vaping episode,
Yes.
we talked about that. And the cool thing is that when I teach college,
Mhm.
I include all the stuff in my courses. I give them the most up-to-date information and get it out there and give them the
Mhm.
warnings, because there's a lot going on and we have to be attuned to that. Look, you have one body, one life. It's no dress rehearsal.
Mhm.
So you better start getting it done. Exercise. Only 20%
Mhm.
of adults meet the minimum amount of recommended exercise. Do you know how much that is, Doug?
20%.
Yeah, well, no, 20, I know 20%. It's like more than
30.
19 and less than 21. But I'm talking about what the minimum recommended is.
Oh, like 20 minutes a day or 20 or like an hour a week.
Yeah, it's actually for low to moderate, it's 150 minutes a week. Okay, so that's 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. For intense, if you do intensity, it's 75 minutes a week.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's minimum. Come on, that's
you can
minimum.
do that. You can go play basketball for 2 hours and you're done for the week.
Right. Yeah, exactly, you're done. I mean, the thing is, get a dog, go walk your dog. Adopt a little pup like I did. We go 2-3 miles a day just walking.
Walking counts. People think that they get a sweat and lift heavy weights. You can walk around the block.
And the thing is, do your exercise snacks, like we've discussed a million times ad nauseum. But the thing is, why is the government just pushing the vaccine as opposed to pushing the healthy lifestyle? Why? Because there's no lobbyists here putting government officials in their pocket by telling them to advocate a healthy living, because nobody can make money on that. No one can make money on that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So follow the money trail and see what it is. And they use this fear porn with the news, scaring the daylights out of everybody. Okay, now you look at the variant. Okay, so far the data that's come forth on the variant is that it's the Delta variant. Oh, Delta Force variant. Is that it's less deadly.
The Delta one's less deadly.
Yeah, I just saw a report on that. Yeah.
Why is everyone saying it's more deadly?
Because it's fear porn, and I'm not buying.
Ooh, yeah,
fear porn. Okay, here. But if you look at that though, generally, and look, I'm speaking in general terms. Okay. Viruses, especially these coronaviruses. Mm-hmm. Okay, the common cold is what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a coronavirus.
Yes.
Okay. So generally, viruses tend to, when they mutate, become more infectious and less deadly.
Yeah, because the virus wants you to live, because if you die, it dies.
It dies, right? It kills its host.
Yeah.
So, that's why it does not want to commit suicide that way. That's why there's no real cure for the common cold. Why? Because it keeps morphing all the time. Mm-hmm. And, you don't really die from colds. Mm-hmm. Okay. But everyone gets them. And they reside in your sinuses, where it's a nice, moist, warm environment, and they can procreate and spread. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't make sense. Although, hey, look, I could be incorrect here. It could be, but what I've recently seen, as of yesterday, I saw some information regarding this, that it was actually less deadly, which that makes more sense. That it's a less deadly.
It makes 100% more sense. It's just crazy that the fear porn is just like, it's new strain, everyone's gonna die. Yeah. Put your mask back on.
I know. It's like, and of course, we have talk about the mask things that we have. Fauci telling us that they were ineffectual.
Yeah,
and actually, and they're just for people's mental. I guess we say mental. Not clarity, just trying to get them to reduce anxiety in people to wear the mask, make them feel like they're doing.
That's why he didn't wear them at the baseball game.
Yeah, it's prophylactic at best. At best. Yeah.
Yep.
I know. So it's there's a lot going on, but the thing that really upsets me is the fact that there are no government officials that I've seen, and if I'm wrong, correct me. You're hearing doctors come out with it. You're hearing podcasters and some radio people. But you look at the mainstream news. I'm talking. I don't care if it's conservative station, liberal station, left wing station, any station. No one's really talking about how to become healthier.
Well, we couldn't.
putting
Remember at the
forward.
beginning, they were censoring everyone, taking everything down. The doctor came out and was like, "This is what it is." And they were
Yeah.
censoring everybody.
Yeah, because if you have a very strong immune system, let me
Mhm.
ask you this: if you know how these things operate, the spike, okay,
Okay.
they will not embed in your cells
Mm-hmm.
if your immune system is strong. It fights it off. Okay, because and here's the thing too: when you're locked down, and I brought this up before, but look, your the muscular skeletal system
Mm-hmm.
and your immune system work on the same principle. They get strength through resistance. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
if I want to get stronger, I do push-ups, lift weights,
Mm-hmm.
run up hills, whatever I'm going to do. Why? Because I'm stressing. That's called eustress
Mm-hmm.
to my muscles, and their response is to become stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your immune system operates on the same principle. If you have like the boy in the bubble, he comes outside, he's dead in 3 seconds. Okay? So, why? Because the body's not used to, fighting.
Mhm.
Okay, you look at children. Children are sick like all the time.
Mhm.
Why? They're developing their immune systems. Okay,
Mhm.
they're teaching the body how to fight, how to combat viruses, bacteria, things like that. If you're sequestered, you're sitting in your house like a veal.
Mhm.
Okay, and you come out, you're just ready for the slaughter from coronavirus, slaughter
Yeah.
from other bacterias. This is what's going to happen. I mean, and that's why when people come out of this, you see the spike in infection rate and so
Mhm.
forth. So people have to boost their immune system, and other than being out and being exposed to this, you
Mhm.
also have to give your body the proper nutrition, the proper rest. Another one is
Mhm.
rest. Okay, and I'll tell you, this is one of the things that I personally have struggled with is sleeping enough, and I am actually I'm forcing myself to get at least 7 hours a night. Usually, I'm operating like 5 or
Mhm.
6.
Yeah, me too. And,
Yeah.
and if I go over that, I'm more tired.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you need 7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need 7 hours. If you get 8, great, but I can't remember last time I slept 8
Yeah.
hours. And sleep aids don't really put you into sleep; they sedate you, like alcohol. Said, "Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I take a few whacks and I go to sleep." No, you are sedated. You're not sleeping. Okay, that's different.
Mhm.
You need that REM sleep in
Mhm.
order to recharge your brain. And now there's a lot of links to sleep and Alzheimer's. I mean, just think when you're exhausted, how well do you actually think?
Well,
Your cognitive abilities drop down. Another, what do you think? And I know because I'm kind of leading into the question, but there are more deaths on the road from people falling asleep than there are from drunk driving. Drowsy
Mhm.
driving is worse than drunk driving
Mhm.
statistically. So,
well, you're really alert on Red Bull vodka.
well, the thing is that being alert and being
Asleep.
asleep, no, being alert and being asleep,
Yeah.
you can have your eyes open driving and be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you want to being cognitively aware and being awake are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so someone can be awake but not cognitively aware and not unable to react properly or have delayed response times. These are the things that we're that we're concerned with. So having proper sleep and getting proper rest boosts your immune system. So the other thing is exercise. Actually, you want to get the proper amount of exercise, but you don't have to go crazy. Because if you exercise too much, it can actually drop your immunity. It can drop your immunities if you work out too hard, too much, too often. And the things you don't have the opportunity to repair. Your body isn't able to heal itself. So, you need the proper rest, the proper nutrition. You want to vary your workouts, so forth. If you just, sometimes there's runners who are very unhealthy, and like the bodybuilders who aren't healthy. It's
Mm-hmm.
because of the diet, and the overtraining, and so forth. So you need to be careful of that.
Mm-hmm.
So There's a lot of things involved in that. Another thing is try to reduce your stress. Reducing your stress boosts your immune system. How do you do that? Well, you know what? Meditation is a great thing. Exercise also helps you with reducing your stress.
Mm-hmm.
Reading a book. Here's the thing too. If you're constantly looking at screens like we are, and everyone does Kindle and stuff, I don't read books on Kindle. I don't. I read regular books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I turn the page, I feel like I actually accomplished something. Right? If you have a Kindle book with like 300-400 pages, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, you just don't feel like you accomplished anything. You're reading it. Now, if you have a book and you have a bookmark in there, I'm halfway done. This is cool.
And when you're done, it's a trophy at the end.
Right,
You
put it back on the shelf. When you see when I do lectures from my house, you see my bookshelf behind me.
Yeah.
I've read almost all those books at least once. Okay. And sometimes it's good to revisit them. And seriously, unless you have to refer to something, you're not going to go back and read a Kindle book. It's just do it, and also another thing is that these people, they want you to type and all this stuff. You know what? When you read something and write it, you remember it better. There's tons of data out on that. I'll tell you, in my classrooms in college, I don't allow them to use their devices. I say, bring a notebook and a pen or pencil.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't allow them in the class. Well, first of all, if they're supposed to be taking notes and they're playing, am I going to date myself? Doom, or what is it? Name one of those.
Pinball, the one with the worm and the worm goes around.
There's all kinds of stupid games.
Yep.
Call of Duty.
There you go.
Something like that, right, with their friends. You're not paying attention.
True.
Okay, so you can't tell. I'm not going to run around and look at everybody's screen. They could be surfing the internet. They could be.
You're probably the one classroom there's no laptops.
None.
That's all.
Oh no, they can have the laptop. They just have to put it under their seat.
Gotcha. They sit on it.
They have to sit on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you, I even did. It's funny because the first semester, I allowed the students to have to use their electronic devices.
Mm-hmm.
The midterm grades were abysmal. So I said, that's it. You're done.
Wow.
And then guess what? By the end of the term, the grades rose over 20%.
No doubt.
Yeah. Just because they were writing, more engaged.
Yeah. There's not something to distract them.
Right.
Like, you don't know what they're looking at on the screen.
Exactly. Because they're looking at the screen and then,
Someone
boyfriend, girlfriend, send you a message. Of course you're not going to listen to me.
Okay.
You're going to listen to me. You're going to talk to your girlfriend, boyfriend, or your friend, or whoever else. Your YouTube notification, whatever it is. You're not going to listen to me. So guess what? You listen to me.
No.
It's my class.
Like
but that's what does that have to do with Corona? I have no idea, but it has to do with lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? People need to improve their lifestyles. That right now, people ages 17 to 24, only 25% of them are fit enough to qualify to pass the entrance physical exam for the armed forces. Wow.
And isn't that, I know the police officer test, but is it similar where like you have to be able to jump like 2 stairs on a staircase?
It's pathetic. It's easy. Okay. I could do this backwards and I could still probably beat 90% of the people in it.
Wow.
Trying out. And I'm like an old guy, so it's bad. It's not hard at all. Now Marine's a little harder than some of the other ones, obviously, but it's just, that's sad. When we were younger, we ran around outside and, did push-ups and sit-ups all the time. Try to get kids to do something. It's exceedingly difficult. But, the thing is, why? You have these computers right in front of you. You can access anything you want right here.
Yeah.
But what we got to do is direct them to doing workouts, going to American Eagle Live, joining that.
There you go.
Getting some workouts. Over 200 workout videos on that.
More than that.
Yeah, no, I don't even know. I can't keep count.
We lost count a long
A
time
long time ago.
ago.
It's and people say, well, gosh, well, how do I adopt these habits?
Mhm.
And I'm talking about this in my next book that's coming out.
Mhm.
It's be a Solitary Strength. It's based on the premise that it takes 90 days or 3 months to exact a change. So 90 days of suck. It's going to suck for 90 days. I tell everybody that. There's no candy coating it. Look, I'm not going to say, oh, lose 50 pounds in 30 days or whatever. Hey, people may do that, but you know what? It's unsustainable. Unsustainable. So, and then they fall off the diet. How come you have people starting diet regimens 3 times a year? Okay. Guess what? That's because they failed. Why they fail? Because they don't work. Because you have to adopt a lifestyle change. You have to engage in your activities. So, this is all wrapped around, what the government should be putting forth. Okay. They should be, instead of just saying, every 3 seconds you hear a COVID vaccine commercial. And the thing is that it seems like they're pushing the Moderna and the Pfizer probably and follow that money trail. See how much more money they're getting for those. Okay, just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do they not have commercials? Hey, get up off the couch. Okay. You watch TV. How many commercials are there sponsored by anybody, right?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Why don't we make one?
Yeah, let's make it. Yeah, but they're going to pay us for it. How are we going to get it on the air?
We'll put out some good work. It'll come back around to us.
All right. Hey, listen, I'll put it out there. You know that, hey, get up, walk around the block, do a push-up, do a plank. You're sitting there, you got the tube on, drop to the floor, do a plank. Heck, we were watching, my wife and I were watching, I didn't get to get my workout in, so we were watching The Flash. I like The Flash.
You like The Flash?
Yeah, I like The Flash. Nice. I like, it's like, it's kind of innocuous. It's just fun. Like there's no real message there or anything. It's just fun. Nice. You watch this guy, and and I laugh at him because he can't fight, but he's fast. So, and I got up every few minutes, whatever, and I did 20 swings, 10 squats, 30 my Neurogrip push-ups, 10 rows each side, and then thoracic bridges, and then abs.
Nice.
Then I go sit down. I'll tell you, I did that 4 times.
Nice. That's more than most people work out in a lifetime.
Yeah. I did that 4 times during the show.
Nice.
And Lulu knows how to lay there. It's good. So this is, these are the things that people have to do. Do you have to go to my level? No, but move. Look, maybe you like Zumba, okay? Do Zumba. But throw some push-ups in. You need some body strength too.
Yep.
Okay. So these are the things that people have to learn to do. The other thing is, let me tell you something. The number one time when people eat when they don't need to is while watching television. Okay? Limit yourself on TV. Put the remote down. Read a book. When you read a book, you don't eat.
You don't have your hands.
Right? Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Idle hands are the hands of, well, I want to say the devil.
The devil.
Like the hands of the devil dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Idle hands of the devil dog. So
Alana, take note. We're going to make that a post later today.
Yeah, idle hands are the hands of the devil dog. So you keep your hands occupied. If you're holding a book in your hand, right, you're not going to eat. You have a remote in your hand, you're going to eat. Okay, this is and these are the messages that are not getting out there. Okay, put down the remote, pick up a book.
Yeah.
Okay, get up off the couch. Do a push-up, do a plank, do a sit-up, walk around the block, adopt the dog and walk the dog. That's going to help you. Okay, it's going to help the dog. It's going to help you. It's going to increase your lifespan. You know that too.
Yeah.
Because dogs and cats, if you like cats, you can't really walk a cat too much. It's like one of those big, like lions or tigers. So that's
yeah.
kind of cool. An ocelot, like on Archer. He
Yeah.
loves ocelots. So, you want to get out there and move. You want to eat healthy. And listen, can you go, look, it's going to be 4th of July weekend. Am I going to have, maybe I'll have some ribs or a burger or a hot dog?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. But I'll tell you what, I'll be working out every day.
Yeah, 12-ounce curls.
Right. I'll have a couple beers.
That's a workout.
It's a workout. I'm going to go see my boys at the Mason Jar tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, go see Ira over at the Mason Jar. And I'll have some, probably some ribs and, frosty adult beverage.
Nice.
Too.
Nice.
You're going after the fly.
Okay.
So there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what? I already worked out this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I will work out again.
Nice.
Okay. So it doesn't take that much. She got the fly.
Nice. There's 3 more, Lulu. Please get them. I don't know where these fly. Oh,
I killed one in the bathroom too.
where are they coming from?
Probably eggs.
There's no food in here.
Well, what happens? They lay the eggs, and they
Yep.
become maggots,
Yep.
and then they become flies. So so that's where they come from.
Yeah. No.
So, guys, yeah, this is the thing. So, what we want to do going into this July 4th weekend. Yeah, I know, girl. Go get it. Come here. I know. So, going into this July 4th weekend. You know what else? They're talking about this dry July thing. So I want you to
Dry
try that.
what? What are we not doing now?
Drinking.
Oh, all right.
Dry July.
I thought it was
I'm doing it.
like don't live your life.
Yeah, I'm doing it, but some people
Dry
are doing
July.
dry July. So, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not doing dry July. But some people are doing it. If you need something to kickstart you, do it.
Yeah.
But make it your business to do something every day. So I'd like to see. And you know what? People just throw a comment up here. What you're doing this weekend for your workout?
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. What do we have?
Yeah.
So everybody out there, throw a comment in here. What you're doing for your workout this weekend to help boost your immune system and live a healthier life. Okay.
We want to give a prize out. Best.
Oh
one?
yeah. You know what? I'll send you a free Ferocious Fitness book
Nice.
signed.
You also got to tag a friend. So you're gonna say
Yes.
what you're gonna do. Tag a friend. You enter for the raffle for a Ferocious Fitness book.
Boom. And I will sign it, mail it out to you.
Nice.
All expense of Master Phil.
Nice.
Talking about that, we also have the Body Bell Method.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about our sponsors, the Body Bell Method. So go to the Body Bell Method, bodybellmethod.com. We
Mhm.
also have a Facebook site, a page,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see we're going to be doing some events coming up in the fall. Maybe I'm actually speaking with someone about doing one at the end of August
Mm-hmm.
at Stack.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Mawa.
Cool.
Yeah. So I just spoke with them yesterday. I have to send them all the information. So it looks like we're going to do a seminar there, certification. Oh, and we're not only ACE certified,
Mm-hmm.
but in the process of getting NASM certified as well.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. So I have both those certifications. So for your continuing education credits, for your personal trainers out there, it's a great time to A, earn some credits, B, learn the Body Bell Method,
Mm-hmm.
which will help you boost your immune system.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then of course, visit us at philross.com,
Mm-hmm.
Master Phil Industries as well on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I want everyone to have a healthy and happy 4th of July weekend. And this is Master Phil signing off. Strength and honor.